Welcome back. We're here to talk about Sunday's Premier League match between West Ham and Hull. Start with the home side, Pascal, through to the fourth round of the FA Cup in dramatic circumstances in midweek.
It was an absolutely brilliant cup tie against Everton, a fabulous game. And I think when Aidan McGee got sent off, I think Everton and West Ham got the opener as well. I think most fans would have thought be able to get home fairly early tonight, but Everton fought back. I think Morales' free kick, I think Adrian could have done a bit better with it, but he sort of redeemed himself with a winning penalty. Obviously, it was a dramatic shootout as well. I think it was 9-8 in the shootout. A really brilliant cup tie. You do wonder if West Ham might be a bit jaded from that, because they played pretty much a full strength team in that game, like Everton did. So not many days between now and Sunday. So I think they could be a little bit tired, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, and that one came off the back of a 1-1 draw against Swansea in the league, which sort of disappointing result. Not a terrible one to go to Liberty Stadium and come away with the point, but it's a West Ham side who need to pick up a win in the league recently, sooner rather than later, if they're to carry on there, because they had ambitions for Europe after a good start to the season. There was some muted talk of a top four, which I don't think was ever really likely, but without a winning 4 now in the league, and they're starting to slide down the table, while the likes of Tottenham, Arsenal, Southampton, United, Liverpool all improving as well. They're the contenders you'd think for a top 6 spot, a European spot, and West Ham need to improve sooner rather than later if they're to keep themselves in the mix of that.
Definitely. I think Andy Carroll, that was a fantastic goal he scored against Swansea, and it was another assist for Stuart Downing. He sent over the cross that Carroll stuck away, and I think Downing's now been involved in 11 goals this season, which is as many as the last 3 seasons combined, and he's just been a superb player for them this season. Obviously, he got called up into the England squad in November time last year, and he didn't play that well for England in that game, but there's no reason why he shouldn't be picked again when the next internationals come around, because he's just been a fantastic player for West Ham. Him and Cresswell have done really well down the left, linking up, and when you've got the likes of Sacco, Carroll and Valencia in the middle, when you've got the crossing ability of Downing, you're always going to provide assists, but he's been scoring goals as well. Really good season for him.
Yeah, he'll fancy carrying on his own good form against a Hull side who are quite low on confidence at the moment, dropped back into the bottom 3 with a really disappointing defeat against West Brom. Obviously, there was the Pulis factor. It was his first league game in charge of the club, and West Ham were always going to be fired up for that one, but Hull will still be disappointed. The goal they conceded was an indirect free kick. It was very avoidable. The pass back, schoolboy error really, but then even from the free kick, defenders seem to shy away from a bit on the line. You don't often see them going in from such close range because everyone crowds out on the line. So Steve Bruce would have wanted more from his side there, and obviously they were hit by injuries in the match as well, so it's doubly disappointing for them really in that one.
Yeah, you mentioned the injuries. I think Jelavic and Hernandez, they started as a 2-pronged attack, but both had to come off in the first half injured, and I think they're both out now for around a month, so that leaves Yannick Sagbo as their only recognised striker, and he's actually said he wants out of the club, even though he is the only striker. So Steve Bruce, real problems up front. Obviously, they're still in the bottom 3, 19th place in the table. They are struggling, and I think they've been linked with Rudy Gestede, who I think would be a good signing for them. He's been fantastic for Blackburn Rovers this season. Obviously, he has played in the Premier League with Cardiff City. Didn't really work out for him there, but this season for Blackburn, he's been a brilliant player. I think he's won more headers than anyone else in the Championship this season. He's a real aerial threat, and for a team like Hull that are really struggling down there, you sort of want someone like that who's going to get you goals at set pieces, from the odd cross. When you're sort of being dominated in the game and you just send over a cross, a player like Gestede could do really well. And it looks like they might be prepared to pay about $5 million for him, but I think it'd be worth it, because they need a striker. If Jelavic and Hernandez, if they're out for a month, they need someone in the January window, definitely.
What's your score prediction for this match?
I think it's quite hard here, really. I think Hull, I can't really see them doing anything in this game, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 home win.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. West Ham, expect them to get back to winning ways sooner rather than later, and this is a really good plum tie for them to do that, I think, so I'm going to go for 2-0 as well. Both going for fairly comfortable West Ham victories. Thanks for watching.